You're cool. Is this on Twitter?
Welcome back to the Average Bros Podcast, episode 16. It's a little bit late, but we're here. We had a lot going on this
1-6.
week.
16, sweet 16.
That's
Happy
like
birthday, guys.
4 months of
It's
podcasting.
like, is it?
Yeah,
It
4
is,
episodes a
technically.
month.
Probably a little bit more, right? Because
We've missed a few weeks,
We've missed
yeah,
like a week or
so-
two. Yeah,
But yeah, we're back.
that's good.
We're here to
Yeah,
talk about
good.
champs. It's kind of
Yeah.
a busy week, but how was your guys' week outside of champs?
Aside of champs, well, after my team got eliminated, we bounced back pretty well from it. No, it's been cool. It's been it was like a little slow after that because that was like the main esport type thing I was watching.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
You're good, David.
It was like the main esports thing I was watching for the most part. So everything else, it's there's like little like pro league things going on here and there, but
Yeah.
I think champs was like the biggest esport event that I know of aside from like the LCS and whatever world stuff they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally, I had a pretty good week. How
Oh gosh.
about you, man?
Oh, it was pretty good. Just like, dude, it's been like 100 degrees every day, which
Yeah,
for
rad.
you're probably just like, wow, that seems
No.
cool. But
It's been pretty cool.
um,
Do it.
but we've also had like, it's been so humid. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
feel that.
like we just get, it'll be hot, it'll be 100 degrees, and then
Mhm.
at 8 o'clock at night, it'll rain for 10 minutes,
Ugh,
and then the
yeah.
whole next day is just like, it's chalked. It's
bad.
just
Ugh.
disgusting.
We've been getting. It's funny though, because here this summer I would say is like because we get monsoon season in Arizona, and this is so irrelevant to esports or whatever, but
Oh, it's
just to
good.
fill in the page, we get monsoon seasons usually like August, September, but we've had monsoon season since like late June, so it's like been cooler and humid, but it's not humid like East Coast humid. It's like 30 to 40% humidity, and it's like 100 degrees, so it's like pretty cool here. Like I
Yeah.
love this weather. Today it's actually pretty hot. It's like 116.
I came back
Dude.
and we're doing the weather report.
Dude,
Yeah, I
you
know, dude. I
saying
said
that
it.
like you're like 100 degrees, it's actually pretty cool. I love it. I'm just like,
Yeah,
dude, I'm ready for it to be like 30 out.
but
every
100
day.
degrees here with like a little humidity feels like weirdly fresh. I don't know how to explain it. It still sucks.
It's
but it's
so
not like dry
crazy
heat.
how like, how do I explain this? Like different people, like living in different places, like
Get it
what's comfortable to
acclimated
them
that.
is yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you came out here, you'd probably like feel our humidity and just be like, this is miserable. But
This
if you
sucks.
lived here for like 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
you'd probably
I
you'd
hate
go back
sledding
to
too, but-
Arizona and you'd just be like, oh my
Mm.
gosh, this is miserable. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still
like-
I'm
Yeah,
still
it doesn't
used to if it rained every other day and like a high of like 85 and a low of like 40.
Mhm.
That's like that's my jam.
I like
Well,
20-degree temps. To be honest.
that tangent, David, came from me saying like, oh, esports has been kind of slow since champs. There hasn't been a lot that I'm keeping up with, but the weather, you know.
How's the
So
weather?
That's how we got on that.
That's good. David, how's your week been?
It's been average.
Yeah.
Working the day job, man. Nothing exciting,
The old
honestly.
grind.
The old grind.
Yep. Well, we can jump right into the talk about Call of Duty champs.
I'm gonna eat my tacos while we do this.
Do it.
Love that.
Enjoy the tacos.
Don't have it any other way.
Were you guys surprised by Atlanta FaZe winning champs?
No.
No and yes.
No. Yeah. The bounce back was impressive. I'm not gonna lie, but them winning was so expected that like when it happened, I was like, well, at least it's over now.
Exactly.
I mean, like
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
rooting for Toronto in the finals
Same.
because I was like,
Oh,
I just
dude.
don't want Atlanta to win.
Dude, you guys saw all the
Yeah.
I literally made a thread of just Ultra Instinct
Yeah.
like gifts because I wanted them to win so bad. And dude, they were actually Ultra put up such a good fight, and they brought it back a few different times. And oh man,
I know. I remember.
it sucks.
So there were some points during the grand final I couldn't watch. So like I would tune in while doing what I was doing, and
Mhm.
I would just get a notification from the Twitter group, and it just says, "EU Lewis never chalked." And I was like, oh, they won a round.
Yeah,
They won a game. Okay, that's how I
Because-
would know. Like, oh, Ultra won.
Yeah, because like FaZe went up 4-2, and in that everyone was like, "It's over," and then
Yeah.
Ultra wins the next game, and everybody's like, "Hold on,
shit.
like
Yeah, I wanted that. I wanted that game 9 so
Ah,
bad.
dude, everybody did, man. Imagine just like a game 9
I
finally
think they
on
take
LAN.
it, man. Does anybody know what the game 9 map would have been? The S&D map?
No, not Moscow.
Um,
I don't remember, man. It was like it was like I'm pretty sure it was like a Moscow or
yeah, it would have
something.
been Moscow.
Yeah.
Because man, they're really good at S&D. So
Dude, Toronto is disgusting at S&D.
they could have taken it if they got the best. Honestly, it all came down to that control. Or was it the control? Or no? It was like the game 2.
Game 2, yeah, that was
yeah.
Express S&D, which Toronto is like one of the best teams at, if
Yeah,
not the
but they
best. Team.
lost.
They lost.
Wasn't it like
They lost
6-5?
around 11. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that right there. If they win that game, I think they take the whole series.
I agree.
And there was
because they
something that
won the other
happened
two
too in
SCs
that.
they played.
There's something that happened in that match with Bance or something in that game too. I don't remember
Oh,
what it
what
was.
was it?
I don't remember anymore. Oh, the defuse?
Something
Yes,
happened.
it was a defuse where
It
literally
was a 0-0 defuse, yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
like if
That didn't go through, yeah.
dude, if his X button was just like a little bit more sensitive or like whatever square whatever he's using,
Yeah.
like he literally defuses that bomb.
I feel like, you know what's crazy? I feel like every single COD well, since I've been watching, which hasn't been long, every single COD, there's literally a game or a map that is pivotal or a round of something that is pivotal that always goes down to like a 0-0, like no time left.
Yes.
But then the game keeps going or something happens where it favors the other team or whatever. Like there's been something like that in almost every single one that I can remember. Like,
it's always like they always talk about
insane.
like they got the extra tick. Like
Yeah.
like I remember that in like Black Ops 4.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like Modern Warfare last year there was a game that the map ended and one team had the score, but it said the other team won the game. Do you remember that? I
No.
feel like that happened last year.
Kinda.
Oh, that's right. In
Kinda
like an
remember.
S&D, right? Am I tripping? Was it not S&D?
Or maybe like what was the game modes? Hardpoint, S&D, and
Domination.
was
Domination.
it actually?
Yep. It's a shit show.
Wait, we watched Dom last year?
Yes, it was bad. I watched it
I
on
do not
enemy too.
remember.
Dude, I do not remember Modern Warfare competitive at all.
Nah, I remember the search. I think search was probably the most watchable in that game out of the 3 game modes, and that's not saying much though, because
Did they
like the
have
search 2
control?
was
They
weird.
didn't have control, did they?
No, it was Dom. It was hardpoint, S&D, and then Dom
Oh my gosh.
for the whole year. It was terrible.
Wow.
Oh, that's awful, bro.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
I
bad.
hate Dom. I think it's so boring.
Yeah, Dom's not cool.
So yeah, looking at this series, Atlanta or Ultra came out like really hot. Like
They did.
they won the first map. They should have won the second map, and then Atlanta was just like, well,
Wasn't
Yeah.
the first map Moscow Hardpoint,
yeah,
which FaZe are really good at?
yeah. FaZe are really good.
So
That
it's
map
really
especially.
surprising that they took that, and they took it pretty
Yeah.
dominantly too.
Yeah. So, who are the other 2 teams? It was Rocker and Dallas, right? Top 4?
I believe Rocker got third and Dallas got fourth. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to remember the placings.
Does
Yeah, I
any
was
of
gonna
that
ask if you guys were
surprise
surprised. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, you're
I
good.
think the Dallas one, because I had Dallas doing really well. Like in the back of my head, I don't know. I don't even know if that came out to fruition in like my picks or anything. But I'm pretty sure I thought Dallas was gonna go farther, but top 4 kind of feels right for them. Just based off like their whole year.
Yeah.
Rocker, not really, just because of like how they played last tournament. But they started this tournament just as bad as like Optic did, and they made it, a little further. So
Yeah,
that was
I'm
cool.
fine with the top 4. Whether you could
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
swap out maybe like I don't know, you could probably you can mix and match them, but those
Yeah.
4 teams are the 4 that make sense.
I would think
Yeah.
they're the 4 best teams in the league.
I would think,
year.
yeah, if the whole Clayster thing didn't happen, where he like took
Yeah.
that break and all that, I think I actually would have had New York top 4, and then the 4th spot would have been a toss up between like Dallas, Rocker, and then even Optic, honestly. And then you saw that with Optic and New York placing 5th and 6th or whatever.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty crazy because New York played so well against Optic in that day 1 that I was like, damn, like they
got a
also
shot.
bounced back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, Place is
damn, I
gonna make
didn't.
a run.
Yeah, I think honestly, like the way I was thinking it when I watched that series, I was like, dude, honestly, if I was them, I'd be like, chalk whatever happened. If there were a little bit of bad terms, like this is literally so much money up for grabs for the last tournament, and we were actually a really good team. Like, who cares? Like, just get your ego over that hump, and just get to business.
Like they have to also remember, did they not? They got second at one of the
Yeah,
majors.
it was major 3,
I think it was 2. It was when
major
Toronto won,
2.
wasn't it?
No, no, because FaZe didn't place outside the top 2 until major 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
It
okay.
probably
So
was
then,
major 3.
I think it was major 3. I think it was major 3. It was FaZe and YSL. Because Ultra, after their win,
that's
didn't
right.
place that well, like right
That's
after. I
right.
think they got
'Cause
top 4
New
that.
York knocked FaZe to the losers, and then they came back from losers.
Yes, and they lost. Yeah, which
Fuck.
sucks.
That's crazy
'Cause
though. They beat them though. That
yeah,
team beat them.
yeah. I think they 3. I want to say they 3-0'd them, dude, in winners, but I don't even know. It might have been like 3-1.
But that's
It was
just like
pretty
the
dominant.
format, dude. Like,
Yeah, that
That's
format
actually one
sucks.
of my favorite matches though, because that's the one where like they were on Express SND and they just like
Yeah.
stood and spawned.
oh my gosh, that strat was. I
Oh,
love that
genius.
strat. That's one of my favorite
That's so
plays
good.
from the year.
Yeah, I think Aches went on Twitter and said like, "No way, you're stealing
Yeah.
plays from me."
Yeah.
10 years later or something. That was so good.
That's awesome.
One thing I didn't like, and then this is something I actually heard a few of the pros say, and I was while we were watching champs. Obviously, I think honestly, I don't think anybody likes the format. I don't think there's one person that's like, "No, this is dope." Like it, because the way I saw it too was like, damn, if Florida and Thieves lose their first match, they're done. Or like years prior, aside from last year, you would get a chance to go in,
Yeah, there's
go to
pool play.
pools, get into a bracket, and have a chance.
You have a
This time, it's like if you start off kind of slow, you're done. Like I think these went game 5, but then they were done. So they played 5 maps at champs and they were gone.
That's the thing with like the old formats is like you're pretty much guaranteed to get the best, like
Mhm.
each team playing
Yeah.
at their best.
Yeah.
With this format, it's those
Mhm.
bottom 2 teams, just like we
Yeah.
saw, they had
come
no
off-
chance to get into a groove. If they
Yeah.
didn't come
And then
out
the 2
super
teams
hot,
that
they
they lost
lost.
against had played a match prior that day.
Yes.
So it's like, dude, not only did they start in winners and you started in losers, but that team had a warm up
You might as
on
well
the main stage.
just drop the bottom half of the league
Yeah.
and not invite them to champs next year.
Yeah.
If you're
Do
gonna
you think that
that.
they changed that? Do you think there's any conversation to change it?
I
They
hope
have
so.
to, I think.
I
I
hope so.
honestly think because it was such a huge talking point. I remember last year it was talked about, but I don't think it was as big a topic as it was this year because
Yeah.
we experienced it already last year, and we're like, yeah, this sucks. And then I
Yep.
think this year they even changed it by not inviting all the teams. And then this
So
year,
dumb.
yeah, and then so they made it worse. So they're like, okay, at worst, I think they just reverted to last year's where all teams go, but like, there's no. I don't know even know if they started in losers last year. I don't know if that was a thing. Probably. Anyway, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. All teams got to be at champs, no matter what.
I agree.
Just imagine Surge, man. Surge could have finished top 6. Like
Dude,
could've.
they
or top
played
4.
so much
Could've been
better
top 4.
online.
Yeah.
Or on LAN. Speaking of
Yeah.
Surge, what do you think about them? This is a little bit off topic, but it's still called. Dude, they dropped their entire roster, including their coach.
I think it's expected.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it throws all those players into the roster mania mix. So it throws out who Gunless, Classic,
Octane.
Pristini, and Octane. Yeah, it throws them all into the mix.
And Looney. But
And-
Looney already
well,
I
retired.
was say Looney retired.
but he'd be a coach.
He's looking to coach. Yep.
People said he was like a really good IGL and stuff, so you could see him.
Isn't this crazy
Um,
though? That
mhm.
franchising is like making pros retire.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I mean, realistically, it is because there's
Yeah.
not enough spots.
yeah.
It's not worth it
Yeah,
the way
without
Challengers
expansion.
is set up. It's
Yeah.
just like not worth it. to
Without
some of
like
these guys.
confirmed expansion, even because even then you only get top 6. You get 16, and what is that math? 4 times 16. Anybody?
64.
I'm too
64.
lazy to.
No, it's 64.
64. Okay, cool. Yeah, there you go. Like then you get 64 players, which is still like, I think 64 actually is pretty good. But there's so much talent too in challengers, and even on people's benches. I mean, Hook was on the bench, who
Yeah.
didn't go to champs. Like that kind of stuff is pretty wild.
Well, also too because like what was it? Champs was like 4 days, just like how like
Yeah.
majors are and stuff.
Yeah,
So and even how they just do like the regular season stuff. Like
yeah,
I feel like you might as well have more teams if you're gonna make it 4 days long.
yeah.
Like
True.
like if you expanded it, because what are we at? 8
12.
teams, 12 teams,
8,
12.
12,
You
12, yeah.
expanded it. If you expanded it to 16, like then I probably wouldn't be. Then I wouldn't mind having 4 days worth of Call of Duty to watch.
Yeah.
Because at least you would have more matches to watch because
Yeah.
there's more teams.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it would probably set Sunday up to not be just a one and done.
So lame, bro. So lame.
Dude, those people. You know what? Another thing I was curious about is about Champ Sunday. The last 2 teams that are there, they don't scrim that day, do they? And then so like you just shoot
somebody
bots
was it
and warm up?
Toronto was playing their coaches or
That
something.
that was on a Saturday, I think. Wait,
Okay.
was that on a Saturday or was that a Sunday? I don't remember, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. And that was Sunday. That was a Sunday. I think the champs format was different from the other majors. Because the other majors, I don't think it was just like a one match Sunday.
No, the other
deal.
match is the
It was a losers
for
final.
sure the elimination
Losers
final,
final. Yeah.
and the championship
Yeah.
match were both on the same day.
Yeah. So
They're
for
just,
this one,
they
it's
need
just
to do
weird.
a better format.
Yeah, like that sucks.
I don't know.
I mean, just go back to the CWL thing.
Yeah, with the pools and all that. Because I think
Yeah.
with 12 teams, you could do pools and set up some sort of bracket and stuff.
And that's the thing, you could still do if they're doing their 4-day broadcasts for sponsorship reasons and stuff. What few sponsors they actually have now.
I was about to say.
That's one thing. I'll finish what I'm saying.
Dude,
then I want to go back to that.
Big thing.
But
Yeah.
if you want to do it for the sponsorship, to have more eyes on it over 4 days, you can break that up, the pool play across the first 2 days, and then have everything else Saturday, Sunday. But
yeah,
I mean, you just, especially if you have 16 teams. But going back to that, do you guys think there's any chance that like the CDL doesn't continue next year because of everything going down with Activision?
I've had thoughts of it.
I think there's a big chance, and it's weird because like everybody's talking in the COD community. Everybody's just talking as if like things are normal and next year's going to be normal and all this. And there's no like from the pros at least, you know, like because the rest of the community they're not as involved with like the behind the scenes. I guess like us, like we're just outsiders like looking into. But like, dude, you see all this stuff going down. You see the mess that Activision created, and you got to be worried. Like, this franchise league might not be a thing next year. Like and even if the franchise league isn't there, does that mean that we go back to just regular orgs, like with the teams, and like what does that mean? And is it going to be like a whole year off of COD, and they need the year off to restructure back to how things were? Like, dude, there's so many question marks up in the air. And like I said too, I think last time, or I said this to somebody, that we don't know if this is going to be if this issue is going to be resolved in the next few months or the next few years.
Yeah.
Just because these are major. It's California suing Activision. Like they each have lawyers and they each have so much money. Like these guys know how to drag stuff on and just buy each other time. I don't know.
Yeah, this is gonna be
actually crazy. Let me.
So wait, touching back on that a little bit about like we're talking about would the CDL disappear? Do you think somebody buys Seattle's spot, like a different city?
Oh, like buy it from Seattle and take it to Vegas or something.
And that's why they dropped their entire roster. Because I don't know if you guys have seen all the shady stuff with them.
Yeah, Twitter. I did see all the what is it, like the PPP thing or whatever.
Yeah, they took out like a gigantic loan or something to like pay their employees or some shit.
Oh, look at that! Perfect timing.
Joining us for the first time, Darren,
Mr. Durwood. Welcome, Darren. We're talking about the future of the league and
if there will be a league.
If there will be a league, yes.
It's like you were saying in the chat, Lewis. Everything else going down, Halo's going up.
Dude, that's my favorite. Every time I see just like the stocks emojis from you, it cracks me up.
You know what he's talking about instantly.
I don't know. With the Forge thing, Halo's going like
and the no co-op for 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll talk. That's on the list. We'll talk about that later.
So we're starting really at the bottom with Halo and the stock.
We'll talk 3 months for co-op, 6 months for Forge.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Damn, that is a while. Been a while.
Darren, welcome. We've talked about champs. We're talking about.
Your rocker made the top 4. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
they did.
They didn't win.
You also somehow got 0 points on your bracket.
Because I didn't get anything. Right. I didn't come into this podcast to get roasted. Damn it.
So we were looking
funny.
at that, and I got 7 for the
Oh,
bracket.
damn, I didn't get jack crap.
David and Lewis, you guys tied with 4, and then Darren had 0 points.
Dude, that was rough.
It's golf
man.
scores.
It's
That was
Golf
rough.
scores.
the bracket was so wild.
You
I
know
don't
what's funny? Real quick, just like laughing at Darren really fast, just on a topic.
know.
Major 5, Major 5 was hilarious because like this dude had Rocker losing like right away, and
round
then they
1 or
won the
something.
major, and then champs he has them like winning the thing, and then he
I
gets
went-
0 points because his bracket's just like
Stage 5 was no faith.
He cursed him.
Champs
bro,
was
100%.
all the faith, and I needed to find a happy medium, and I just didn't have one.
yeah.
That's so funny.
I
That was awesome.
predicted FaZe in the finals, but I predicted
Nice.
him losing.
So you actually you could have got points from that, but you ended up getting no points from
Yeah, because I picked my team who got 4th to
that.
win the
That's
whole
funny.
thing.
That's funny.
I think I'm gonna back out of the pick'ems next year because it's just embarrassing.
No, see, because next year we can start from the beginning, and we can actually have
Yeah.
like a real competition.
Yeah.
So I can lose the whole time, not just part of it.
So David, talking about like or going back to the whole Surge thing, I think Surge keeps their spot, to be honest. I think they restructure a lot of how they've been running it because it's just so bad. I hope Gorillas kind of goes on that train as well, and then also Paris, just because like those 3 teams automatically stand out as like the worst run teams in the league, right?
Yeah.
Like Paris, just
Yes.
like I don't know what they're doing over there. Gorillas, dude, they're doing everything wrong on purpose.
I think
it
Gorillas
seems.
is like leaving it up to just the pros. And
Not even no, because
Really?
like those guys said that it wasn't their choice to drop whatever their last player was.
Was it Cheen?
Not Vivid Cheen, was it Cheen? Yeah, Cheen. It wasn't their choice to drop him. Like according to the players, it wasn't their choice. So like it
So-
looks like it's up to the management and not the players, which is
I would,
weird.
and this is kind of random. It's not that random. I would actually love to see if they did drop, or if someone bought out LAG, just because since we already have a LA team,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I think it'd be better
if they went somewhere else.
because there's not gonna be it's not gonna be like a Lakers and Clippers thing because LAG sucks ass.
They
You
would
know
need a
what I'm
few.
saying?
Yeah, they
Hey,
need
the
a
Clippers
while
sucked
to-
for a while too.
Yeah,
I know
but
what you're
they-
saying.
They still had
Yeah.
that rep.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they suck. They suck bad. Like,
But they're definitely in the shadow of, especially now, 100 Thieves. Because
Yeah.
last year it
Yes.
was like,
I
oh,
hate
it's
the
Optic.
mascot too, dude.
Yeah. Last year I think it was like Optic Gaming LA. So everybody was like, oh, like that's weird. It's like a
Fake
knockoff brand of
Optic.
Optic. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Optic.
And then it was Gorillas, somebody like a new team that nobody really knew, or and like they didn't have any notable players. I don't think they had a few, I think, but like it wasn't anything that you'd like see a massive following behind. And now with 100 Thieves taking that LA spot, it's definitely like, oh yeah, the LA team, 100 Thieves,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, oh, there's another LA team, like.
Oh, I forgot.
Dude, who are they? Like,
I think they're semi-pro.
yeah, they got to
challengers.
move somewhere else. I don't know. LA's too big for 100 Thieves ego there.
That's
It
actually
also
really
just
funny.
goes to show that you can buy out a team spot though. Thieves did
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's-
exactly.
So it kind of worries me a little bit if these teams really are like available, that like we might not get full expansion
Oh yeah.
because
They
if
need to lower the price, dude. They need to lower the buy-in.
It
Like,
never should have been that high.
but like how can they do that and you have 12 teams that already paid that?
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
could
true.
they could find a way to like, quote, pay them back in a sense, not necessarily give them like
Just
It'll
cold
reimburse
hard
you.
cash, but yeah, like figure it out to where you make it up to them in some other way. I don't know.
but, yeah,
Um,
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what they do here. Because it's definitely like awkward because you need with 5v5 it was fine to have 12 teams. I think everybody understood that. But then when they like took away 5v5 and then went to 4
Yeah.
person teams, it's like, wait, we're keeping only 12 teams? And it's like, okay, well, we could do with that for a year until the expansion, right? That's coming next year. And then everybody was like, expansion, like,
And how hype would that be? It's like next year we're expanding 4 more teams.
Like
Yeah.
Like I'd be so
they
hyped.
need to announce
yeah, it'd be
that
so
like
sick.
as soon as possible, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they woulda, honestly, because last year they announced the 5v5 literally, I think the day after champs or something, or
Yeah,
like the day of champs or
Because
something. Like they
because the
literally
day
announced it.
after they won the tournament, Clayster found out he wasn't going to be on the roster.
Yeah, or that they had to drop somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think if
Like,
that
that
change was
worries
coming,
me.
it would have been out. Yeah, and it's not.
And
so
again,
it's
it
weird.
just goes like, dude, it goes back to there's so much uncertainty with everything going on at that company.
Yeah.
Everything
Like-
leaks out too, because like whenever the CDL first started, all of like the team logos and stuff leaked,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and like the team colors leaked before we before we
formally
even
announced,
knew what they were.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was
Like, there
rumors
was
of
no
it
hype.
going back to 4v4 for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Let's see. Insight was named Rookie of the Year. This is kind of going back to like just the actual, just general COD.
That makes sense.
I kind of felt like it was between him and Standy. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I think the way it was solidified, it was like, well, who was in the finals?
Yes. Yes.
At champs.
And I mean like Insight joined the team, they immediately won a major.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
he just
it's true, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just kind of made more standout. Had
He
more
was-
standout moments, in my opinion.
He was more consistently good than Standy was.
I think his
Yeah,
Standy
for
was
sure.
first
in and out of it.
his first
Yeah.
matchup, he literally like set the record for most kills in an S&D. I'm pretty sure I saw that he had 18 kills in an S&D game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's wild.
that's insane.
That's crazy too, because like, well, Insight does play like the quote easier role as like a main AR, but like it's not like Standy has it like super difficult either. Like with the teammates that he does have
Yeah,
that are like
he does
proven
have really
and
good
shit. Like,
teammates.
so
I think it's Insight though personally.
Oh yeah.
oh for sure.
I-
Oh, Insight.
think so,
Insight
too,
was
yeah.
definitely the rookie of the
I'm
year.
gonna pick Inside as well.
He's
Just-
he's the more consistent player on the more consistent team.
Yeah,
he
Dude.
outperformed in
Man,
almost
that
every
team-
aspect.
that team was good.
Yeah. And
So
Standy
it's-
was great in the Major 5.
Yeah. So it's
And
looking
Major
like
2.
Yeah.
as I said, it's looking like only. It looks like 8 teams are going to make changes, and we're assuming only 4 are staying, which is weird.
Which would be
And it's not the 4 you would think.
FaZe,
So FaZe
Toronto,
stays.
Optic.
I think Optics stay.
Yeah, I think Optics is.
They kind of basically came out and said they're gonna stay.
Yeah.
And I mean
Empire
probably
staying?
Rocker, honestly.
Yeah, Rocker
could
for
see
sure. I
Rocker
think are
staying.
staying.
If I was Rocker, I would stay.
Yeah, because you
I
found
think
you
they
found
just
heat
need to
towards
work with
the end.
what they have.
Yeah. I mean, you
Because
got
the game's gonna change.
yeah, true.
Well, and everyone on that team has talent. They just have to be able to figure out
Mhm.
how to play
Consistency.
together. as
Here's my
opposed to,
thing.
like Standy going off and playing as like good for one round, and then
Yeah.
everyone else is like caught with their pants down.
Yeah.
Here's my thing: does Dallas Empire have an edge because they did win the world championship in Modern Warfare, and this new game has the Modern Warfare engine? Like Shotzi's gonna take advantage of like the slide canceling and everything, just like he did in Modern Warfare.
Shotzi would have taken advantage of anything.
He took
mean,
advantage
you're
of
right.
stuff in Black Ops or in
If they took
Cold
away
War.
sprint, he'd take advantage of it somehow.
I don't know that gives them an advantage because it is a different team,
That's true.
different roles, and just like a different.
Well, we don't know if
team
that's
in
gonna
general.
be a different team from like their. Well, it has to technically be a different team. From
I don't
Modern
even know who
Warfare.
you drop on that squad.
Vivid probably.
Think so?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they got the core Illy, Shotzi, Krim.
Yeah.
Vivid. I mean, got on the team. I think did they win the tournament?
You know
They
what I'm
did.
telling you, bro.
No, they got second, right? They got second. That was their
Pick
best
up
place in the
Neptune.
season?
Neptune and Shotzi?
Oh my
Krim and Illy?
gosh, that'd be disgusting.
Well, the thing is, people are like saying that because remember, weren't they going to pick up Clay at the beginning of the
Yeah, I
season
think
or at
so,
some
yeah.
point, and
They-
then
they
they were
tried.
like,
they wanted to when Hook was gonna when they were getting
yeah,
rid
they
of Hook.
wanted both of them as ARs, I think, Krim and Clay, and
Yes.
then they were like,
And
oh,
they're
let's
gonna
just
move
pick
Illy
up a
to a
sub.
sub.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Dallas goes the Clay route and they drop Vivid. I don't know, but I assume something's gonna happen because they didn't have like the greatest. They got like a top 2, and then just like top 4s, I think, for the most
I
part.
think Tuger keeps Neptune.
Yeah,
For sure, he will.
Like I think if you're gonna keep anyone on that roster, it's Neptune.
yeah. I think even Skies, honestly,
And Skies.
Yeah, because they've been the most, or Skies, I think, has been like their best player for the most. I think
He
Awakening has
also does a lot
insane
of
moments,
content
but-
with them.
Yeah,
Like he does content with the team
Yeah.
a lot.
Caesar
Like
Sky
he's
is
kind of
bueno, and I chose
he's
to
like-
invest in my game.
yeah. He's like a face of that team now.
yeah. He's definitely like a marketable player, which is funny though, because I feel like I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, because you see a lot of content from him, but he also seems like a quiet dude, like pretty reserved, like laid back a little bit, but. Yeah, he's definitely becoming like a staple of the Mutineers.
I think
He's
if
got a TV personality.
Neptune, if Florida was more consistent, I think Neptune was in that conversation for Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
I feel like
That
You
they're
don't
as
think it was
dominant as they were
Polex?
last year.
their bad games, I don't know that I ever saw any that were on him. I think
No.
it was
And even
He was
if
the
if you lose a series, it's usually like a team effort. It's
Yeah,
usually not like, oh yeah, this
100%.
player dropped the ball. It's usually pretty rare for that to be
Yeah.
the case.
I know we talked about it back in like stage 4, but who was the 4 contenders for Rookie of the Year? They had Paul X in the mix for some reason, but it
Yeah, that
was
was weird.
Sandy, Insight,
Hydra,
Hydra and Pollux. Yeah.
and
not
Paul X.
Neptune, and yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they
was
didn't
kind
have
of weird.
Neptune there, which is
but,
weird. Yeah.
Like Paul X, like he was on like the worst team.
He's like on the top 12 team.
A top 12 team out of
Yeah,
12.
That means
That's
last
funny.
place.
Yeah, at least Florida was like top 8. You know.
They named Abizi the MVP of champs. I believe Simp was MVP of the league.
See, regular season MVP.
Regular season MVP.
Mhm.
Yep.
Kind of like how they do it in basketball. I assume other sports do that.
Yeah.
Regular
Oh yeah.
season MVP.
Yeah. Other sports. There's World Series MVP.
Yeah.
There's Super Bowl MVP. Everything. Is there anything else? I mean, with champs, with the season as a whole, would you? I mean, how do you feel about this season as a whole? Did you enjoy it? Did you any major thoughts?
I enjoyed LANs coming back. It gave me a lot of
Yeah.
hope.
I
That's
enjoyed
probably
the
the
LAN
highlight.
aspects. Yeah.
Yeah, the LANs were probably my favorite part.
The online stuff is like it's just
It
I
whatever.
already forgot it. I already.
It
Yeah.
was probably not the best season for a newcomer to come in and watch for the first time and actually pay attention, but I did enjoy a lot of it, and I get really competitive even when I'm not playing. So
I mean, I enjoyed our pick'ems and stuff. Even like
yeah,
during,
pick'ems
like,
was
the
cool.
online
was
games.
fun.
I'm glad I participated towards the second
Yeah.
half because
Yeah.
that was fun.
it's like fantasy football for me. I don't know all that much, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think
That's kind of what. That's kind of why I hope the league stays next year and everything goes fine. Just because like I literally want to start pick'ems from the beginning to the end.
I don't know. If you would have been in there from the start, you probably would have won. Like
I would have
pretty
been close. I
handedly.
think.
Halo
don't
used
know.
to have like a pick'ems thing.
I would have been
Kinda.
dead last regardless.
It was like the fantasy.
So
HCS
yeah, somebody
fantasy.
made like during Halo 5 for like Pro League.
I
It was
didn't really
dope.
stick with that. It was cool. I remember I tried it and I wasn't
Yeah.
that good at it, or maybe I
alright.
was. I think I
What
just
did you-
picked the Sen team.
Because what was it? You literally just built a team.
I
and
could
then
only
you
pick.
get points.
I thought you could only pick one player from each roster, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
I think that was
that's
the
right.
case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's how it was balanced. That's so true.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
That way
sense
you
for Halo.
Yeah. That way you
'Cause-
couldn't pick like a god squad and
Like, you
then.
can't pick
Yeah,
Frosty and
'cause-
Royal 2.
Yeah, or Snakebite in Royal 2 or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Or literally
or
just
Snake
that
Bite
whole
was.
squad, like you said.
I think probably everybody had Royal 2, and like you had to have Royal 2 on your team. Like, there's
Especially
no-
like the
this guy has
first
the-
year, dude. Like
No,
It
this
was
guy
fun
has.
to do
Oh
'cause you
my
could have build
gosh.
rosters. Like
Dude, Royal 2 had the stats all through Halo. Even after Halo 5, like he's still in like every online H3 Cup like that you'd watch. Like he just had like his name at the top if he competed
Yeah.
in it. You know, like it was. This guy's insane.
what was the map in Halo 5 that was just like green, and like the map itself had like kind of a green feel to it.
Plaza.
Plaza. Yes, that
How do I
map
remember that?
top. It's like opposite yellow.
Hate that.
David
Top
knows
hotel.
everything.
Hate
Matt
that
would
game.
just sit up there with a light rifle and
Halo.
just like
Blue like area hotel. Yeah.
like that little corner where there's a barrel underneath. I don't
Yeah.
know. He would just sit up there
I
and
know
just
Yeah,
like
hotel.
hold that spot the whole map and just
Yeah.
die twice and get 25 kills. Like
I love Plaza. Plaza's fun.
that
Man.
map was so much fun. I'm actually kind of sad
Anyway.
I forgot the name of it, but moving on to Halo. Halo Infinite has a release date, boys.
It does.
December
It's a little
8th,
late, but it's fine. I'll take it.
2021, which is a Wednesday. So
Yeah, it's so weird. That's why I didn't believe all those rumors because I was like, why
Yeah.
would they drop it on a Wednesday? And then they're like, yeah, we're dropping it on a Wednesday, and I'm like,
So we're
Fine.
taking off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wednesday
Take it
so we
off,
can
yeah.
watch the servers not work.
I'm taking off
Thursday
no
so we
day.
can sometimes get into
Play
games.
2 games throughout the entire day.
No, I'm
well,
just
the
kidding.
servers I thought during the flight were good. I feel like that's good for.
They were good.
I didn't even play the flight.
good
They were good
expectation.
most of the time. Initially, it was
okay.
kind of rough, but it's. I mean, honestly, like no shade. That's just kind of what happens with new games. A lot, it seems. Especially a game
Especially
like this.
betas.
This game's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like a beta.
The servers are going to be overrun like for probably a while.
They did come out and say that there will not be co-op or Forge at launch. Co-op will come with the first season, official season, I think, which will be 3 months after
Oh.
launch. And
So
Forge,
They're doing it like. Oh Jesus! What?
Forge will launch 6 months after the game launches.
So they're doing it like Rocket League and Apex and Fortnite. They're doing it like seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've started that with MCC. They've introduced a battle
Oh,
pass of sorts,
again, haven't played MCC
and
forever.
they do
Don't blame
seasons.
you.
I
haven't had
actually
a lot of time to play anything lately.
I can't remember if I sent this tweet to you guys or a post. It was supposedly from someone that works at 343. I'll have to find it, but did I send that to you guys about like why the game is like the issues with the game?
No.
No, but I've read reports.
You
about,
should
like,
find it and send it again.
I've read reports about employees saying that they've had they're on a time crunch and
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Well, I assume juggling through like COVID was awkward, like just like
Yeah,
weird. I mean,
definitely.
for everybody it was. I assume maybe they like just got caught extremely off guard and thought they had like this time and to do all this stuff, and it just didn't work out that way. Um, I'm actually not super upset with the. It's kind of it sucks for sure. Like I think it's something really really fun to play the campaign first, but I'm gonna be honest. I usually solo the campaign first, and then I try to play with people just so I can get really immersed. I try to run it by myself,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll play with friends. So it'll probably take me with my adultness. It'll probably take me around 3 months to finish the campaign by myself. At least, get the feel for it in like heroic, and then go straight into legendary and try to beat it. And then by that time, when I'm like, okay, cool, I kind of get the map and stuff, or like the whatever the campaign, however it works, then I can
See,
do it go up.
I didn't necessarily have like an issue with like personally with like there not being Forge and co-op campaign. I was more so on the Forge side, but it's more so just like I don't want there to be missing features on a day one launch of a AAA title
Yeah.
for like
After
the grand
6 years.
after 6 years for the grand scheme of it all. Like not even just for how I feel about it, but
Yeah.
there are going to be thousands and
People,
thousands of people
yeah,
that want it, and
where that is
I
needed.
don't want anybody to have any reason to dislike the game at
Yeah.
launch. That's
Yeah.
that's what my thing.
I feel that. It's not like yeah, I feel you. It's like, no, this is my friend. Like he's a little weird, but I promise you, he's really really cool. Like just give him
Just give him
3 months
6
and you'll
months.
see it. Like
Right.
watch
Oh.
this, watch One Piece up until the 800 episode, and I promise you, it
Yeah.
gets really good.
So
And it's also I also don't like whenever do game developers, and like I said, I don't know the full thing on this. I don't like when game developers take parts of their game and they're including it almost like a
like a bonus.
a set like a bonus like
Yeah.
Call of Duty does with ranked mode. You'll get ranked mode in season 2 because it's officially coming as a part of the season 2 package with a new
Yeah.
map, new guns, and I'm like, but that's something that should have
Mm,
been in the game day one.
to be
It shouldn't
honest
be
with
like a
you,
DLC attachment.
to be honest with you, I don't think it's that like they're like, oh, we have it at launch. Let's just hold out on it. It's more like we're still working on it. Now we have to push it out soon. What's the quickest we can do it? Okay, let's do it with season 2. Let's also just like throw skins at them so that they're not that upset.
You're
It's
probably right, Lewis.
it's definitely one of those things, I think. But
If
either
COVID
way,
wasn't
you're so
around,
right.
if COVID
Mhm.
wasn't around, then I would. If COVID didn't
Yeah.
happen and this is still the case, then I would be
it's like,
very.
yes.
Yeah.
Then I
At
would be
least
very aggressive.
at least they
towards
have
it.
a soft pass of like, I kind of get it, but come on, man. Because
Right.
it's so true with AAA titles. Like I see it. You see it a lot with other huge games right now, like Apex and Warzone. Massive, massive games that have insane issues that could have been resolved so long ago if they just, I don't know, committed the resources or the time, or just simply throw more money at it, and then like it'll figure itself out. Because like what, Warzone doesn't have anti cheat. Apex
Not
has a
yet.
ton of features. Dude, it's
And
been
is it,
out for like
but that's
it's been
another
out for
thing.
3 years, man. Like
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Should
take
have been
them.
anti-cheat from the beginning.
yes.
And why
They're
didn't like they're obviously as they heard people, so they were obviously working on it. Why didn't they implement it during the Cold
Yeah.
War era of Warzone?
Wait,
And, like,
wait.
come on.
Did you guys ever see that skit? Oh man, I don't know the guy's name.
Makes me so mad.
Uh, if I find it, I'll tweet it or whatever. But this guy is so funny. He made this skit about like Activision, or like, I don't know, like the Warzone employees, or like the people that manage that game. Like he said they're in their offices and they just have the TVs on and they just like ignore them. Like they're just watching because that's what like companies do. They'll
They're
have
watching
like
like
big streamers
Tim
up.
on one and
And
like
yeah,
Nick
and then
Merckx
they're
on
like,
another.
so they're watching, so they're watching like Nick Merckx or something, and they're like, oh man, like he's frying, like, oh my god, he's about to drop 30, and then like he dies to a hacker, and they're like, damn,
That sucks.
he almost had that. Like,
yeah, I think I saw that. I
Wait,
do
was that
remember seeing
formal
that.
too? I think I saw a skit, and then I also heard like formal talk about it. But it's
They
so
literally,
true, man.
yeah,
Like,
they definitely were talking about that on the podcast.
it's a AAA title that doesn't have all the kinks worked out that should have we shouldn't even have been talking about it. It should just been a thing from the start. And then with Apex, something that pisses me off about it is that, and I'm passionate about it, as you can tell. These guys should have had like custom game servers decades ago, because like Fortnite released their custom servers, I think by
10
like
years ago.
season by like season 5, like they had custom game servers, and then like Fortnite Creative is it's own new thing. People probably don't even play the BR that much because they're just in creative searching all day. With like Apex, it's just like you kind of want something like that so that people can get the feel for the game, or you can just run around on the map like doing whatever it is that you want with your friends and stuff. And these are AAA titles that don't have small features like that, because it is a small feature for you to go into a custom game or like a custom browser. Like, dude, this is something Halo 2 had back in the day. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like early 2000s, and we're in 2021, and these games don't have like the most basic shit. It's like so frustrating.
So
On newer hardware.
Yes,
Tell me how you
insane
really
hardware.
feel, Lewis.
Dude, I can't.
So with that tweet that I found, supposedly the Halo Infinite developer, obviously he says it's anonymous, everything. He said with the campaign, the issue is it's super buggy when you have more than one player in this open world, especially relating to checkpoints and like respawns.
I swear to God, if we have an MCC launch,
The thing is too, I think with
fucking.
Okay, another thing I'll give Halo a pass for is that I think this is like a whole new engine
It is.
that they made.
It is Slipspace engine.
So I kind of understand like them having issues with like certain things, because it's like you're making a car from scratch. It's just like, okay, well, what components do basic cars have that we don't really like talk about it day to day, because they're so
I could tell you.
what is it? Like they're so hidden that you don't really think about like, oh, maybe we forgot like an AC system. And it's just like, oh shit, we should have known that the AC should have been in there from day one, because what if it gets hot? Or like, like little things like that they probably have to rediscover. And I don't want to make excuses for them, because it is
Shit, we forgot Forge.
yeah, shit. This is Halo, damn it. But it is super obnoxious, because those things should be in the game from
Why should there be no
from launch.
spectator mode, bro?
Because
I'm pretty sure they confirmed a spectator mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think
they also confirmed split screen co-op for campaign, but now that apparently that's not a thing.
Well, it's confirmed. It's just late.
It's just not gonna happen right away.
Well, no. Someone on Twitter was saying it's not like no split screen co-op.
Really?
For campaign?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm pretty sure that was confirmed though.
I mean, I don't. That's what.
It was, but they also said it was coming
Bonnie
out
Ross,
last year.
But that's what I'm saying, Lewis. So that's what people were. I think people were arguing about on Twitter.
No, because I know for a fact Bonnie Ross said, "Oh, we're bringing it back." Like it's a staple of Halo kind of thing. But of course, it could, if it's delayed, then that's also different. Like that's like a technicality. It's like I don't know.
We have a release date finally. We'll be able to play the game. Sorry, Hershey's.
Yeah, I am happy about that release date for sure. Just knowing a date.
Podcast.
Yes, we have an official time when the game will launch,
and
I don't know. That's what we've been asking for. So we have
that's
that.
A start.
We're gonna be able to play multiplayer. I don't know. I'm excited. Hopefully, we get another flight. Yeah. Maybe this next month.
Hopefully, I'm in it.
Would be ideal.
Same. Hopefully, I'm in it.
Oh yeah.
Especially if they add more features or things to do.
So it should be like all PvP finally.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Which they turned it on for like an hour and a half at the end of the first flight, but
the weekend. Yeah. I really hope I'm in it, man. Oh.
I know. I'd be disappointed if you guys are not.
I was in it.
Was sent a link to the limited edition Xbox.
I know.
And I am very strongly considering pre-ordering it.
You can't. It's already sold out.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
While you were thinking people were doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta do things sometimes.
Keep your eye on Amazon.
I was sitting there staring at my bank account and crying. Everyone else was buying.
They're gonna Amazon and Best Buy are gonna still sell them soon. Get ready on that.
One thing that for some reason just hit me. Remember when we were like literally a month or two ago, we were like, man, I can't wait till they like surprise us with a BR trailer.
Oh, well, yeah, I remember that a little bit.
Now it's like if they add a BR, it's gonna be year 3 of Halo Infinite. Like,
true.
I don't know. It's a little off topic, but
It's definitely gonna be like season.
They're gonna try
5.
and milk Halo for like 8 years.
Well, this is supposed to be their
It is.
10-year game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be around for a decade.
Like, so I mean, if it comes out year 8, I'll be.
That'd be funny.
It's gonna come out for the last year, and then they're gonna come out with a new game.
It'll be great. I'll be almost.
And that
And
was
they
like
make
that,
it
yeah.
backwards compatible with the
Yeah.
game, like they did with with Cold War.
Yeah.
You just click the button, and it opens Modern Warfare again.
So wait, can we talk about the United thing?
That's what I was about to start talking about. Lewis, you are
What's up?
more than welcome to excuse yourself from this conversation. Anything that
I'll be around.
just
hang
anything
out.
you don't have to say anything. Obviously.
He's gonna mute himself and just talk the whole time.
So E United posted yesterday, basically like shutting down their Twitter, whatever. Like I don't remember the exact phrasing for it, but basically they're rebooting.
They were rebooting for Project Rebirth.
And today they posted a few teasers.
Yeah, they posted a full website, didn't they?
I think so. I saw
teabag.gg.
people were like finding stuff, and I think E United was like retweeting stuff of theirs, like the people had found everything. But
Well, yeah, they posted something that was like fill in the blanks of like the letters or whatever, and it spelled like teabag.git or teabag.gif or something.
GG, I think.
GG. Yeah, because it was a website.
So
And you go to the website and it's like it's fucking tea bags, United and coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what?
Launching a tea bag store.
I've
That's
seen
pretty good. I like tea. No?
I've seen a lot of
They got merch.
Drinking tea right now.
I've seen a lot of really funny like responses to it and
Theories?
stuff.
Mhm.
One theory that's my favorite so far on Reddit
Yeah.
was that the announcement was going to be they were picking up the Sentinels Halo team.
Dude, I didn't even see that one. That
That
went
was on
way
the
over my
Call
head.
of Duty competitive subreddit, and for some reason that cracked me up. I was like, really? Like, I don't
So
know.
random.
If that happened, it'd be
Well,
lit. But I mean,
I don't think
there's
Sentinels is
Sentinels,
working.
and
Yeah.
that's that.
It is kind of funny because people are. It actually been blowing up. Like the United stuff's been blowing up on Twitter. Like because
Yeah.
obviously people think it's either. Most people probably think it's a CDL spot.
That's
But-
what I think.
But
It's like the
I
biggest rumor.
don't know. I associate teabagging like with Halo.
That's
I mean,
a Halo classic.
It's a Halo
Straight up.
thing.
Yeah, and maybe it's both. Who knows? They could
Why
make
not
a
both?
big
Teabag
announcement.
and everything.
Yeah.
You can teabag IRL.
I'll send you guys my favorite. I sent you guys my favorite theory on Twitter.
Oh, here we go.
I guess there was an article released. Like I'll talk about. There's an article released a while ago. Like, dude, this could have been like.
Is this the one that's
earlier
from
this
May?
year? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. It
It's
was
the-
released, and they said that because Optic. Oh man, Tactical Rab goes on to talk about it, and he goes on this super long tangent of like, Optic was bought by NRG, and that's how they got the money, and now they're distancing themselves from NRG. Like they're not doing any content with NRG, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, so they're like talking about like, oh, maybe they got another team to support them, and then they're gonna do like a merger kind of situation.
I actually saw
And
that.
dude, he actually had some really good points. I was like, damn, that's a good plan.
Dude, Optic United merger would be dope.
Yeah, it was
Especially if
funny.
Clay comes back. What?
It would
Yeah.
actually be really dope.
That'd be like the perfect storm.
That'd be wild.
The perfect storm.
Yeah. So I think they said Friday on their Twitch channel.
Like this Friday?
I thought that's what it said.
Like tomorrow.
Wait, that is tomorrow. Hold on, I clicked off of their page.
What is it
thought-
again?
So like here, just for shits and giggles, like we'll play like both roles.
Oh
So
no,
if
okay,
it's a
never
co-
mind.
If it
We'll
is
play
the
both roles.
CDL spot, what's their roster? And if it's a Halo team, what's their roster? Like on
Ooh,
both sides.
Gosh,
Like if it's
No.
CDL, you gotta go Clay.
they gotta bring Clay back, bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
Truthfully, I
probably
don't.
like
What are you gonna
They
say?
probably bring Hydra back, right? Like, or they take him with Clay.
Oh yeah,
Because they
that's
like
his
that
son.
young gun talent,
Yeah.
That's his
right? They
son.
like the young gun talent, like the Abizis and the
He's
Simps.
gonna rob him like he always does. Yeah, it'd be like Clay. They'd probably bring back Pristini because he's like bored or whatever. I don't know.
True. Doesn't have a team. Doesn't
Yeah,
technically have a team.
he doesn't have a team, so that's 3. And then
Yeah.
what? You need another
You need-
AR. So
Yeah, like a sub or like a flex. Pristini's kind of a flex.
get Slasher, man. Fuck it.
Dude, Hook. Bring in Hook.
Another main AR.
Dude, just have all main ARs. Can't lose.
Fuck it, dude.
Who's a like a flex up for grabs, kind of. Get Vivid on that roster.
Yeah, there you
could.
go.
I feel like you could switch. You know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
The St. Louis Stars.
Dude, a St. Louis like team would actually be sick.
Would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Be cool to have another central.
I don't know if I'd switch off a rocker for that though.
I mean, I
You
wouldn't.
can stay rocker.
I wouldn't like switch to be a fan of theirs, but I would be a fan of theirs.
It'd be cool because they're closer to us.
Oklahoma City's gonna buy out Seattle just like the Thunder stole the Sonics.
Oh my gosh, that's.
Instead of the OKC Thunder, it'll be OKC Lightning.
Oh my
Imagine,
goodness.
dude. Imagine. That'd be.
Or the
Dude, I have
Storms.
family that like one of my cousins still lives in Seattle.
Seattle people
he's-
hate Oklahoma.
Yes, 100%. Like he absolutely hates the Thunder, dude.
Yeah, they
It's
hate them.
so great.
Wow. I
What do
remember
you
you.
have?
That's so
what was
true.
it?
I remember that.
Because it's like a really big deal. Like people from Seattle, like have a weird, crazy grudge against Oklahoma because of it.
Because of what? I don't understand.
Because so they had a team, or Bash, you tell
It was the
I don't know.
Seattle
because it stole them.
Sonics.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
Super
'cause it stole
Sonics,
them.
and then
Yeah,
they
okay, now I remember.
relocated to Oklahoma
Yeah.
City to become the Thunder.
Yeah, I remember that.
took their- we
It's
took
like
their
a huge
team.
deal. It's just like St.
Damn.
Louis lost the Rams back to LA.
Sheesh. So what if United comes in a COD and does the same thing and they steal FaZe?
Imagine.
Imagine, yeah, imagine
Whole-
they win
whole
champs
roster.
and they sell. Like,
Dude, that'd be crazy.
The
That'd be
price
wild.
would be
insane.
so high though.
Oh, dude, that team's
Yeah.
probably unbuyable.
Fucking
Like, no one has that ticket for sure.
Like if someone was willing to fork up that much money for it, I bet they'd sell.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
champs team, a winner of champs team.
Mhm.
I'll have to read this later. HCS. Oh no, Halo Infinite. What is this called? Inside Infinite blog. The latest blog just went up, so we'll have to read that after we're done recording this. But
Oh well, they also said that they're gonna
Talk
announce
about
the first event
HCS,
next
right?
month.
Yeah.
yeah, Toshi tweeted
Tashi
that.
said that. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I mean, I feel like there's a little, not a little. There's a lot of concern that with the unknown of when the game would release, and then also the resurgence of like the Delta variant and everything. I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of people have been worried that like it's not going to happen now. But
Yeah.
the fact that they're going to announce it,
I
this
don't
next
think.
month-
Do you think it's going to be an open event or an invite-only event to where they can kind of contain everybody in a bubble?
I think
if
it's gonna
COVID
be-
does?
invite only to their teams they've partnered with.
I agree.
That's my thoughts. I think there's not going to be any fans
Like
I agree with
Cloud 9,
or very
Sentinels,
limited
all that.
fans. Yeah.
I agree with that. NV.
They could do it like in a studio. Maybe they have their own. I mean, I don't know if they have.
I think it would have to. Well, if they did it like this year, right? Like it would have to be like a. I think it would have to be like an invite only thing.
Mhm.
You know, where they only
Yeah.
bring like whatever teams are announced, which is like the 3, right? NV, Cloud 9, Sentinels.
I mean, I'm pretty sure COVID spawned in the open bracket at a Halo tournament. To be honest with you, like it's just dirty and grimy. So yeah, I don't think they could have that.
They
How many teams are confirmed for Halo Infinite? Like big major orgs. You have like
just a 3. Right?
Sentinels, NV, Cloud9, and that's it.
That's it for
Yeah.
now. But they also haven't. I mean, maybe they'll announce with the tournament. Maybe they'll announce the other teams they've partnered with.
I kept
True.
seeing something about like version 1 or something.
V1. That's a rocker team.
Oh, I kept seeing like something that they were involved in Halo, but I didn't know what the hell
Oh
it was.
no! They did a women's tournament. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I saw. Okay.
Mhm. They did it with the LVT Productions. I remember. That's the only reason I knew about it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Which is cool. Yeah. It'd be
Yeah,
cool if V1
I-
did get a team though.
I think it'll be an invite-only event though. I
I
just
agree.
don't.
So what other
People will be mad though.
That's invite only? I don't know if it's like an invitational thing.
I wonder if it'll
I
be
mean-
like launch weekend, like the weekend after the game launches, or the weekend before it launches, probably.
That'd be before.
mean-
That'd be cool.
Just
That'd
to
be
build
dope
up
to
the
see
hype.
to see pros play right before the game comes
Yeah,
out. That'd be
yeah.
sick. Because that's kind of what they did with
Halo 4.
Valorant?
Well, some pros got the game
I
before
don't remember.
the
Yeah,
tournament.
Ninja.
Oh,
They won the
Ninja.
tournament.
Win, boy.
Tournament.
So
Does
fun.
Ninja get a team and go compete or what?
Dude,
Do you think
that'd be sick.
he buys the Sentinels roster and puts himself on there?
Oh my gosh.
Drops TJ.
He'd get so mad.
Yeah, he would.
He'd-
He would drop DJ.
He dropped Frosty because he freaking teabagged him so much during
Dude,
scrims.
that would be so funny.
That'd be hilarious.
It's
Because he did that in Valorant. He like had his own team for like kind of shits and giggles, but they're also pretty competitive. Like,
Look at me. Look at me.
Speaking of Ninja and Halo, the Halo 2 throwback tournament was this past week as well, and Ninja added $100,000 to the prize pool.
prize pool.
I did not expect that.
That was cool because it was
actually
$150,000 Halo 2 prize pool.
Dude, that's awesome.
And the best part is too, they didn't like. He added that after they had already picked like the draft.
Yes. Like literally, the tournament's about to start, and he's like, "Oh, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
100K
my
extra."
own money.
Yeah, no, I bet T Squared's like, fuck, I should have picked.
That's like 2 days worth of donations, I'm sure, for him, but
T squared. Oh, Ninja.
for Ninja, yeah.
But that's
It's
what
like
I was
half
saying in
the-
the chat though. What was it? Ace's team. That's who. that FBI agencies who United will pick them up.
Who
What
ended
if
up
the
winning
first-
the? Who
It was
was the
agency.
roster that won?
It was Elamite,
Agency,
Ace,
Elamite's team.
Maniac, and a legit.
Maniac won a tournament.
Oh my
dude.
gosh,
That was
3
cool,
tournament
actually.
wins now.
Yeah.
And
The
legit
Maniac-
did too. Legit hasn't
Yeah,
played
legit.
competitive
That's
Halo.
so true. I forgot.
So the funny thing about Legit is he played in the very first Halo 5 tournament. He got jumped at the Halo 5 tournament and he like suffered like a concussion or something like that. And he
What?
didn't play. He didn't play Halo 5 at all for the rest of the whole season. Or the rest of the game.
Whoa. So since 2016, like
I think he won Daytona.
legit.
I think yeah. He was with Frosty.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Someone get the pull the stats.
Wait, the most recent Daytona, the Dream.
No. The very first Halo 5 event.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
don't
then
know. Wow,
then
that's
after that
crazy.
happened, Legit didn't compete for the entire like thing of Halo 5.
That's crazy. Oh.
Dude, that's actually wild. I didn't know.
But then he comes back and wins a Halo 2 tournament. Like, what the...
Didn't Enable play in this tournament?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Who was he
He was
with?
on
Snakebite?
Dude, their team was the favorite. It was
Snipedown?
Snakebite, Snipedown, Enable, and
Ghost Ame.
Ghost Ame.
Okay,
Yeah.
that team's actually awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carbon. The Carbon roster actually had a sick lineup.
Yeah, Carbon should have been the final boss roster. Loki.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised they didn't do that well. I don't know.
I'll have to go back and watch like some of the like highlights and stuff from that.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I watched some of it. I don't know what I was doing that day. I think I was busy.
Watching the
Okay,
first day of
so-
Champs, boys.
Okay, so Legit didn't win Daytona. I think he actually got like I think it happened to him during the event, like
Dude, that's
mid
nuts.
event, so he had to leave.
Oh wow.
I think he was on this roster though because so the roster that won the very first Halo 5 event was
Mhm.
was Frosty, Ares, APG, and a guy named Rabid. And I think Rabid might have filled in for Legit. I could be completely wrong.
That's crazy.
I mean, you're going down this this like tangent, but that sounds right. That all sounds like it happened.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's scary. I wonder why he got jumped.
I don't know. I think it was Daytona's a very sketchy place.
It's Florida, right?
To be honest. Yeah, Florida.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get a good announcement about that.
Yeah,
Coming
that
up. He
United
just said
graphic's kind of cool
some
though. I do
point.
like that.
This
The initiating graphic. I like that sound.
yes. I'm
Cool.
yeah. I'm excited for that announcement. I'm excited for the HCS announcement.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Dude, I'm super looking forward to next month.
So wait, is the United thing Friday?
No, I don't know what I saw. It said another clue will drop Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Is what their Twitter
More
said.
clues. I wonder if it has anything to do.
What is this, national treasure?
Louis.
He fucking muted.
He's
his
such a
mic.
troll, dude. Oh my gosh.
Or
Yeah,
something,
it could be
it's
that, I
your
guess.
lips.
So if you want to know
would've
what
laughed if
E
he
United
did
is
mute his
announcing, watch the
Yeah.
YouTube video. If you're not watching the YouTube video, you're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, They're definitely gonna. But I don't know. I haven't
hate
looked.
this, man. I hate this.
He literally
Watch
just
the
got me
VOD.
twice with it.
Replay the VOD.
Oh my gosh. Can we get a frame by frame breakdown? Somebody call
For those who are
Tactical
just
Rad.
listening, every time he's about to drop something, he mutes his mic.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Pay attention this next month for the HCS announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And stick around for more Halo Infinite news. Flights. They released a really cool cinematic trailer. I actually really enjoyed that. I didn't understand how it related to multiplayer, but
I did kind of.
it was kind of confusing.
Because the girl in the thing is like.
He did the thing.
He
She's
did
the
on
thing.
accident.
Your mic like cut off, David.
The girl in the
Okay.
thing is
Yeah,
the
okay.
Spartan,
She did
I
what?
think.
Well, yeah, she's the one who does like the.
So
bots.
that looked kind of like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. That kind of looked like the bridge from like Outskirts, or not Outskirts. What's the third map of Halo 2? Like Metropolis
I
or
don't
whatever.
know. Yeah, I think.
I don't know. It kind of like I had kind of got that vibe from it, but I don't know. It might have been something completely different. Oh, yeah. David must be on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you everyone for watching, listening.
Mm-hmm.
With a good little recap.
Thank you everyone for 700 followers on Twitch.
Yes,
Darren.
700. 700.
We're pushing for 1,000.
He's going up like 300 every time.
We're gonna get to 1,000 before we can do the charity stream.
It's like 200 a week, dude. It's blowing my mind.
That's great. That's really good.
I've been out here like networking like crazy. I haven't streamed as much as I wanted to, but
hey, man, you're getting around to it.
Meeting new people.
That's good.
Talking with new people.
Yeah. Darren, maybe we can try and lock down a weekend.
Yes.
This week.
Yes, we're going to pick a schedule for the charity stream. We're going to pick a date, and then in the next podcast, the very first thing we're going to do is talk about when it's going to be.
Yes.
Good.
We'll figure that out, and stay tuned to Darren's Twitter, to the Average Bros Podcast Twitter.
Yep. Just stay tuned next week as well, because by next week you'll know that.
I swear to God, Lewis.
I mean, I'm just telling them.
Gosh, Lewis.
I don't like it.
They're gonna know by next week is all.
He's got too much power.
Man.
There's too much power.
Sorry, this episode's a little late, but we'll hopefully be back to our regular schedule. We actually need to figure that out. I had stuff going on our normal Wednesday nights that we had been doing, so that's why we were putting it out Monday nights, Tuesday mornings. But we'll try and figure out a time where we can all make it work. Even if we have to rotate through people, or if we can get all 5 of us on, because we really do want to get Maddie back.
Yeah. Are Sundays like impossible for people or something?
Sundays? I mean,
I can make them work.
I could probably make Sunday work.
I could do like Sunday, like
around this time is what I'm saying.
Noon. Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, morning's cool. I like
well, on Sundays I have like anime night.
You're good.
So.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I'm just saying.
I think like during the week worked better during the CDL, just because like we could talk about what happened on Sunday. But
oh, for sure. Yeah.
With the CDL being over for the season, we'll figure it out. We'll figure our schedule so we can get everybody on, and we'll announce it. Hershey's chewing on a bottle. That's so loud. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Lewis, you want to give him one more clue as to what's going on?
Okay. Last thing I'll say, it's definitely you want to look out.
I